Hey everybody, this is going to be a video on an automatic trapdoor. You can just do with the press of a button instead of having to manually reset it all the time. I have it hooked up to my Ethos Labs mob sorter here, and it's only hooked up to the cows so far. Or cows and sheep, I should say. I'm not really sorting between those two yet. But let's see here. Let's let them load into the system. So we got a couple of them, pretend they've been building up for a while. In the meantime, I'll show you this really quick. I think I need to reset it. This is still a work in progress as well, but if you watch any of the Ethos videos, you know about trying to fetch them with minecarts. And a cool way to do it would be like this. You press a button and it delivers the cow right to you, then you can kill it and take its leather, and hey, it's quicker than using a stream of water to slowly push the drops to you. And of course, if this is proper, it would loop around and there would be a bunch of them just coming out. But anyways, let's check out the trapdoor. See, it's on top of a boat. You can kind of see through the glasses. I'm using an Eats Boat system for this. There we go. The trapdoor is open. All the cows are dropping down now. And see, the boat stays down there. There's a door there, which I'll show you in a second. But the door stops the boat so that it stays open as long as you want it to stay open. And then when you want to close it again, you just hit the button again, and then the boat goes back up and it closes it. It's I could make it work a little bit faster. It's not fully optimized, but this is still, I figured I'd just make this really quick before I finished any of this stuff. So okay, that was cool. How did it work? Alright, I will show you. As you can see, this right here, I just destroyed glass, but whatever. It's got a hole that goes right down to the pit. It's just lava down there now, but if you wanted, that could be your collection pit where, you know, they drown or whatever, and then their drops get pushed to you, and or whatever you really want to do with a trapdoor. But it's just a straight hole down, and there is water that goes across, but they fall through the water. You don't have to worry about it. I had to have water go across, actually. For some reason, if you put a sign there to stop the water, the mobs will push on the boat too much if you got a bunch of them together, and then they'll destroy your bloody boat. But the water slows them down just enough they don't do that to your boat. So let's get more in depth in this shit. It's probably kind of confusing right now. So it's stopped by the door, which keeps it over top of that one block hole so they don't fall through while it's there. Your button opens the door, and of course, let's see if I can do it from down here. This might be a little bit better vantage point. Do I need glass here? No, I don't. Ooh. That's always painful to do. But there we go. It falls down, and it's a 2x2 shaft that it falls down. And of course, with your Eats Boat system, you're using signs and ladders to control the flow of water, since it can't flow past either of those things. And let's get back in here for a second. So here's your 2x2 shaft that it falls down. I've got a bunch of ladders here for some reason. I think this is just so I can get out more easily. You don't really need ladders here. But down here, there's signs in the way to make this only 2 wide. I don't know why. This could be 4 wide. It doesn't particularly matter. Here it matters though, because you've got your door here that stops it. And as you'll see, when I open this door, there's still a bit of a corner there. The boat will get caught on that corner if it goes straight into it. So when it goes 1, 2, 3 that way, then the boat it gets sent into this side instead of this side, so then it doesn't get caught on the door, so it works every time. And you could just have the door on the right side, but sometimes the mobs will press it and it'll get pushed off a little bit, and it would end up being too tight in this corner, and then it would get stuck the same way. So it'll pretty much, you'll want to do this. Just have it like this. It's not too big of a deal. Pressure plates also stop water from flowing, so there's just one source block here, and then it goes like that. It's not too big of a deal. And there's a piece of glass here to keep it down, and that stops your boat from landing on top of the door, although if the door was 2 blocks high instead of just 1 block, it wouldn't really be a problem. But the reason there's a drop here is so that it drops underneath that piece of glass. It doesn't have to be glass, it could be any sort of block. So let's show that. I forgot to close the door before. But it goes under, it drops, now it gets caught under the damn thing. So there you go. It's caught underneath, and now it'll be super speedy when this opens instead of bouncing around. And, oh yeah, it's not super speedy because of that shit. Fuck. Alright, so let me show you why that is there. See the 2 blocks that are up top and the 2 blocks that are up top here? Well, you do that because... Alright, see, I loaded into the world and it's bouncing up and down now. Before it was caught underneath the blocks up top. But now it's not anymore. And if you don't have water up top, then you'll open your door and it'll sit there, it won't do anything. But if you do have water up top, it gets sent up to the water up top, and then it keeps on going in that direction. And the same thing will happen if you decide to log out of the world here. See, there you go. It automatically goes up top because it was bouncing enough that it gets caught and goes. You don't even need to open the door. So that's how you make your boat always work, no matter how many times you want to load in and out of the world. You don't have to worry about where it is. I think the only time you really need to worry is if you've got a bunch of mobs on top of it and you decide to log out, because then I think it'll destroy itself when you open it. So if you have like 10 cows on top of the thing, make sure you dump the cows before you log out of the world, or else your boat will probably get wrecked on you. So I didn't really show you what happens after this this door, so let's get this way. It goes across the collection pit. This is kind of scary. Please don't kill me. Oh my god. Fuck my life. That was close. And it goes into, this is just a solid 2x2 shaft of water the whole way up until just a source block here, and then it just flows in this direction. And that's pretty much all there is to having an automatic trapdoor. Oh yeah, except for the redstone. Oh shit. Okay. I think I can do this. I think I can. Thank God. So, this is extremely unoptimized. It's called a monostable circuit, which is what you want to use to keep this door open long enough that if you are loading in and out of the world and it's bouncing up and down, that it won't close before your boat gets through. Because if it does close before your boat gets through and it's bouncing up and down, then it'll get caught inside your damn door. So you use the whole monostable circuit thing to make sure the door stays open long enough. And I'm not going to get too much into the bloody redstone. It's because it's not very nice at all. I did this off the top of my head after not really working with redstone in a long time. But basically it's an RS NOR latch that turns itself off. And if you look up the Minecraft wiki, they have a really good little diagram of how to build it properly and not really so screwed around like it is here. But I mean, really, the button, this output goes to the one door, this output goes to the other door, so that they're both controlled by the same button. And there's a bunch of repeaters that delay how long it takes to come back and turn itself off. You can kind of see, see, it goes this way. Now it's controlling both the doors, and it takes a while to go back, and it comes all the way back around, and it hits this block, and this is what turns it back off. So that's that. Yeah, just look up the monostable circuit on the wiki, and really you only need to do that if you're worried about your boat bouncing up and down after you log in and out of the world. If you just want your boat to, you know, you can always make sure your boat's down there, and then you don't have to worry about that at all before you log off, I mean. So that's that. Let's open her up again. I'll go back up top, and there you go. You got yourself an automatic trapdoor, and this is pretty complex, but I'm sure if anyone watches this, might have some questions if they aren't familiar with all this stuff. But I guess I should mention I didn't invent any of this shit. This is all Ethos Labs. He made all of this stuff. So I'll help anyone out that wants to build this, and hopefully that helps some people out.